Compositing moving objects with fly-through render. Now that we completed the render of the fly-through animation and also the moving objects animation, it is time to compose them together. So we have our final render folder, and inside it we have the sequence of the fly-through camera of 300 frames. And also we have the folder called Moving Objects that has the sequence of the guy and the car alone. To compose them, we will use Adobe After Effects. And for me, I'm using Adobe After Effects CC 2017. Let me open it from here. And I will make a new project. To import our rendered sequences, we will double-click here, navigate to the Final Render folder, and select the first file in the sequence. Make sure that the RPF sequence is ticked and press Import. When this message appears, it is asking us, what do you want to do with the alpha channel? Do you want to ignore it? In this case, the movie will be with the sky environment that comes with Max. Straight unmatted, the background will be transparent. And the third option, pre-multiply matted with color, is that the background sky will be filled with a color, and we can choose that color from here. We will choose ignore and let the sky comes from Max and press OK. And now we have the fly-through sequence imported to our project. To have it on the timeline, we will need to create a composition. If we dragged it to the frame here, a new composition will be created automatically with settings that fits that sequence in terms of resolution and time. So it will create a 10-second composition with a resolution size of 1280 x 720. In the middle here is where we view the composition, but it will show nothing if the caps lock on the keyboard is on. Press caps lock and here is the preview. Down here is the timeline, and the blue needle here indicates where we at in those 10 seconds. If we go to the beginning and press space, a green bar will load this composition to the RAM, so we can preview it in real time. Let it load and press space again to play it. If we click in the middle here and scroll with our mouse, it will zoom in and out. We can choose the percentage size of the preview from here, or set it to fit or fit up to 100% to automatically resize full zoom. Sometimes the composition gets heavy and loads slowly. In that case, you can change the quality from here to half, third, or quarter of the original resolution. But that is just in the viewport. It will not affect the final render. Let's make it full for now. Let's import the moving objects sequence. Double-click here, navigate to the final render folder, to the moving object folder, and click on the first frame with the RPF sequence ticked and press import. And this time we want the alpha channel background to be transparent, so we will select the second option, straight unmatted, and press OK. And now we have moving object imported here. We will drag it here above the fly-through layer, not under it. We can make this layer invisible from here to see the difference. And also the fly-through layer at the bottom. If we closed it and pressed here, we can understand how the above layer is transparent. And that is how they are mixed together. If we press space, it will load and play. There is a small problem that we need to fix. When we zoom in like this, we can see a fine line around the edges of the upper sequence. The reason to that is that there is some anti-aliasing at those pixels that is mixed with the black color. And the solution is to remove those small pixels. To do that, we will use an effect in After Effects called Matte Choker. To get that effect, we will go to the Effects and Presets rollout here and get it. If you cannot find Effects and Presets rollout, you can go to Window, Workspace, and these are different workspaces for After Effects. Each one of these changes the positions of the panels in a certain way. We are currently set to all panels where everything is stacked in our face like this. If we change the workspace to Effects, it will close many unneeded panels and makes the interface more simple. Now in the Effects and Preset, we can type Matte here, and down here there is Matte Choker. And there are other two effects that can fix our problem too. Let's apply Matte Choker to our layer by dragging it to the upper layer like this. And with its default settings, we can see it fixes the problem. If we click here, we can on or off the effect to see the difference. If we make the bottom layer invisible, we can see that the Matte Choker effect crops out pixels from the outer edges like that. We can change the shock 1 value here to adjust how strong is that effect. Adjust it, and now the animation is ready. Press play to view it one more time, and it's perfect. You can also use those two effects, Refine, Soft Matte, and change some values, or Refine Hard Matte too. But I'm happy with the result for now. Now this small clip is ready to be saved. Let me add a small music to it before I render. Double-click here to import. Navigate to a music file and click Import. Drag it to the timeline, press space to load, and press play from here to preview it. Let me save my project, and now it's time to render this movie. Click Composition, add to Adobe Media Encoder Q, and that program will open up. Give it a second to load, and here is our movie ready to be rendered. Click here to set the destination folder, give it a name, and click Save. Default settings, and press the green button here to start. Let it render. Then after it's done, click here to open File Location folder and double-click to play it. And here is our final result. An MP4 short animation clip. By going this far in the course, I want you to apply what you have learned to an architectural project of your own. Make a professional camera movement, then add moving people, then render fly-through, render moving objects, and compose them together into a small clip. Then I want you to take that small clip and upload it on YouTube or Facebook or Vimeo, and send me the link of your work. It's time to start showing the world your 3D animation work. Later on, more advanced stuff will be added to the course.